Deadly. This will make the place even more flammable.
Are you sure no one's going to show up?
Of course I am.
Watch this.
Pretty neat, eh? Awesome. Right, kill the torches. We'll use these instead, they'll draw less attention. Yeah, this one's for you. Right, I'm going to put you in the kitchen and check out the rest of the house. Right, we're all set. All we've got to do is sit it out. It's an old house, this one. Bet these walls could tell a few tales.
You be sure none of them are good. How's it going to work again?
I told you in the car.
I'm ADD. Tell me again.
We light this shitbox up in about an hour. But we do it right. We leave no trace of foul play. And they get the insurance, though. Like I said, no trace. My mate Mark will hack into every CCTV system within a 20-mile radius and give us a half an hour to get clean away. So once again, we'll leave...
No trace.
He did it when we got here, but he can only do it in hourly intervals, so we'll have to sit it out till then.
Why don't they just sell the place?
In this economy. Fucking hell.
You've done this a lot.
Yep. This is a recession-proof business. Want to hear a scary story?
What are you, Stephen fucking King?
I'm just trying to waste some time. I mean, if you got a deck of cards or a better idea, I'm all ears.
Jesus, you're serious?
Serious as an oversized prostate.
Go on, then.
deadly. So where's this man of yours?
He's a long drive. Probably just stuck in traffic. He'll be here. You should get more sleep, lad.
Robert?
Adam?
Long time no see.
Been busy. Different projects.
I heard about your latest venture.
Yeah.
I also heard you had a falling out with the other two founders.
Rat fucked is how I put it. But I should have seen it coming. Anyway, there's something much better I want to discuss with you.
I want to show you something. It's a prototype I've been tinkering with. Basic remote.
Yeah, looks good, yeah.
Robert, what makes you think this won't go south like the other business?
Because I know you. And I trust you. This will help both of us.
What makes you think I need help?
It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're still in your bedroom. Bro, you need my help. It's not too late to realise the dreams you had when we were both students.
What was it? The dreams of youth and the regrets of maturity, yeah?
And if you truly believe that, you let me walk out of here now and not regret letting me show you what I brought you.
Okay, Robert.
Are you going to get dressed first?
It's a bit small.
Yeah, try lifting the bastard.
What do these markings mean?
That's what I hope you tell me.
It's a machine of some sort.
Yeah, and your tests will reveal its purpose.
Its purpose could be an elaborate hoax.
So they said about the manuscript that pinpoints this location. My man studied a copy of the Voynich. Anyway, who goes to the trouble of burying a hoax?
No one. And that's what bothers me. This thing is real, that somebody had good reason to bury it. What about your man? Does he not want a piece of this?
He's already been well compensated.
We'll need a lab to work in, somewhere away from prying eyes.
Already have the perfect place. So, Adam, if you want to make a name for yourself, all you have to do is come with me tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
You in?
Yeah.
You serious?
Yes. Perfect, he says. Do you have Wi-Fi?
Nope.
Eating?
Nope.
What do we have?
We have 4 walls, a roof, a door with a lock, and windows you can't see out of.
Perfect.
Is that it?
21st century, Robert. What did you expect? Jacob's ladder sitting in the corner spitting out electrical arcs.
I'm going to leave you to play with your toys. I've got to take care of some business. Smart nurse. Still think it's a hoax now? Are you not hungry?
No. I don't want to put a damper on things, but I think we might be celebrating a little prematurely.
How so? Thing works. This thing will solve the world's waste disposal problems in one go.
But what if it could be used as a weapon?
I'm sure two guys sat on a sofa somewhere and discussed the same thing about the atom bomb.
Look how that turned out.
But it kept the peace. So ultimately, you could say the end justified the means. Depending on who you ask, of course. This thing's fate will be no different.
But it's a fate that our names will be tied to for years to come.
And as Napoleon once said, history is just a pack of lies that the most people happen to agree on. Look, Adam, we can go through this all night, back and forth if it pleases you. But join us now whether you like it or not.
You're the one that talked me into it.
But it didn't take much talking, did it?
Guys, let's take a picture to mark the occasion. Maybe then you can tell me what you're celebrating.
Honey?
I'm just kidding. If you don't tell me what you're thinking, I can't help.
I'm starting to get that feeling again. My partner isn't on the same page as me. Difference of opinion, maybe.
Maybe not telling you everything.
I don't know about that. It's just when you've been double-crossed before, a little bit of paranoia is a necessary evil.
Don't preempt a betrayal. Get assurances now and be able to see his next move coming in advance.
You talking about hacking? Snooping on him?
No. Someone else does that. A professional.
And you actually know someone like that?
And how do you think I got the edge over my work rivals and got that promotion?
It's a rhetorical question, if ever I heard one. Some would say it's morally questionable.
Like what? Pushing someone out of a startup company simply to get a bigger shareholds for yourself?
There you go.
Thanks.
Well, I'm glad now I kept the receipt.
Just watch.
Look, I know you have this already figured out. Just kill some time and tell me.
This machine doesn't destroy objects. It opens a doorway and pulls them through.
Through into where?
I just don't know. Different planet, different dimension. It's beyond my comprehension. We're into serious HP Lovecraft territory here.
HP, who the fuck?
See here, left-hand side of the corner, that round object? That's the ball that we sent through earlier.
So your point is?
And my point is that this machine is more dangerous and unknowable than I first imagined. And its power source is becoming unmanageable.
What do you mean?
The data shows me that we have to send something through maybe even once a month, and that's just to keep the power level steady. Otherwise, next time it's activated, it could open the doorway big enough to take this entire building through.
I thought you can control it all from there.
But it's just theory, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. I need more time for tests and study. To release it to the world now, to show it, would be bad science.
But good business. How long?
6 months, tops.
But that means 12, right? I'm not sure if I have that kind of dough.
You could sell your car.
Yeah, right. And why don't I just walk around with a sandwich board with the word failure painted across it? Sometimes the image you project is as important as the reality. Run your tests, Adam, whatever you need.
Where are you going?
To extend the lease in this shithole. What else?
Now, I am obliged to tell you that your home will be at risk of repossession once you fall behind your first repayment.
Here's to the first time. Just write the bloody check.
Can't you see that I'm falling, even though I have no place to go? I'm hanging from your telephone. Can't you see that I'm living underneath your skin and bone? Didn't think I could ever be this low. I don't feel so fine when I'm hanging from the wire because.
So fire away, Bob.
What type of surveillance can you provide?
Well, since you specified you only want him recorded in his workplace, and he's always at his laptop, I suggest ratting. You know what ratting is, don't you?
No.
What type of geek are you?
He's the boffin, remember?
Who are you?
A realist.
Ratting is a malware that will allow me to switch on his webcam and watch him unawares. Only problem is that pesky little blue light will come on every time.
Can I get you anything while I'm out?
No, thanks.
Abstract thinkers are not noted for the powers of observation. Do you want them followed outside of his work?
Christ, no. How'd you get the lab?
Needed some fresh air.
Bad news, bro. We can only keep the lab running independently for another 5 months. After that, we're going to need outside investment.
You'll be broke.
Yep. So I won't have the luxury of the extensive testing you have planned.
You make it sound as if it's an indulgence.
That's because it fucking is.
That's typical of you. Your impatience and your half-baked ideas.
That's typical of your bullshit. We'll be old men by the time you decide to grasp the nettle. You know what your problem is, Adam? You're afraid. You're afraid of mixing up the set routine. You'd be quite happy to be sat there for another 30 fucking years wearing a stupid fucking bedrobe.
Do you know what your problem is?
Are you gonna keep repeating everything I say back to me?
Are you gonna keep making the same mistakes?
What's my problem, Adam? You illuminate me with your superior intellect.
Your problem is that you're obsessed with the idea of success.
Oh, really? Oh, it's just me. You're not interested in making a name for yourself. Then what the fuck are you doing here working in this, huh? There's an equation for you to ponder, huh?
I'll go this.
Have you got a thing about churches or something?
What other public place nowadays is guaranteed to be this quiet?
You've got an answer for everything, don't you? Is there anything else?
Nope.
Well, at least I'm getting my money's worth.
It's going to take Schuler to get results. I did warn you.
Is there any chance you think he's onto us?
Nah, it's just a fluke. He left the laptop that way. We'll get results soon enough.
Well, let's improve our odds. Start following him. Mark, time to start earning your pay. My old unit. So this is your brilliant hideout.
Oh, when you behave impulsively, you can't see the wood for the trees. As well, you know.
What the fuck are you doing?
It's too dangerous. I've changed the controls so that when it's next activated, it'll just pull itself through the doorway. It's the only way to be sure.
You've no right to make that decision for both of us, Alan. You should have trusted me.
Trusted you? Tell me, Robert, how did you find me?
I turned out your costumes and I was proved, right? If you want to fade away into obscurity, that's fine. But you've no right to steal this fucking opportunity away from me.
It doesn't belong to us, Robert. It was never meant to. But you never learned that success only breeds new goals.
And how else would a failure like you know that other from reading a fucking book?
Are you sure he's dead?
Afraid so.
Did Adam do it?
No, I think they were messing with something they couldn't handle. An accident waiting to happen.
Where is that thing now?
No idea. It disappeared with Adam.
Am I supposed to take your word for that?
Well, unfortunately, Beth, I'm one of the few people you can't have followed.
I think if I had let things just run their course, then this would not have spiraled out of control.
I have no valid opinion on the matter, miss.
You don't have to. It was a rhetorical question.
Do you know what it is?
No.
Where's your mate?
Sent him on his break.
You can just call him back again.
Why is it every property that I want to develop has to have some piece of crap of historical interest just buried beneath the surface? It's not very big, is it?
Strange, though.
Bring in that other jackass. I want this thing dumped, and I want it dumped discreetly, far away from here. Do that, and your Christmas bonus will come early. No problem, boss.
And that's that.
You call that a fucking ending?
What's the matter? You don't like ambiguity?
No, I like a proper conclusion.
Well, I didn't write the bastard. Shh.
I need to use the bathroom.
Wait a minute. I thought of everything.
No shit. Well, thanks for all your help.
All I did was listen. Look, you helped yourself every time you went out that door when the session was over.
Well, I got something since the last one.
Thank you, look. I'll treasure it, I promise.
You know, I always loved this house. I think it's because it's the only place I feel safe, like I belong here.
Yeah.
Not a trace.
Well, if they can still smell that in the morning, we deserve to be nicked.
Do you really believe the story that this place is worth more going to the ground?
No. But I believe good people will do bad things when they're desperate.
I'm not sure I buy that.
No? So why are you here then? Got any stories yourself?
I thought most Brits were supposed to be reserved and silent. But they end up with the fucking host of the Twilight Zone.
Oh yeah, and I thought most Irish would be blind fucking drunk on a Friday night.
Go fuck yourself.
See, no one likes to be tarred with the same brush.
Fair enough. Alright, I do know one tall tale.
Oh, brilliant. I heard all you Irish are great at bullshit yarns.
It's about how an imperial tyranny forced decent people into famine.
Oh, lovely. Before you start, do me a favour, will you? Go fuck yourself.
Alright, but just so you know, I'm no Clive Barker.
Don't worry. No one else gonna hear it but us.
Christina. And you are?
John.
Any name will do, right?
It's a little old-fashioned, isn't it?
Paper can be torn and burnt. Data is permanent, even when you hit delete.
Look, I don't want to be here any longer than I have to. What? You just tell me what I need to tell you.
Just tell me what you like or what you'd be interested in trying. The more honest you are with me, the more enjoyable the experience will be.
I'm a little uncomfortable with my interests. So if you don't mind, I've written them down for you.
I assume you're aware of the physical dangers involved in this practice?
I suppose you could call it an occupational hazard.
You'll have to provide your own masking equipment. That's not included in the fee.
Sounded better when you called it a practice. What assurances do I have of confidentiality?
0. When you hand me that envelope, which I very much hope contains payment in cash, there'll be no proof that you or I ever held a meeting, let alone made a business transaction, which in effect protects both of us. Whoever recommended me to you, they got the same deal, and I'm sure they were satisfied.
True. Look, for what it's worth, this is my first time doing anything like this. I was raised Catholic, for Christ's sake.
So were most of my repeat customers. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Have a good weekend, John. While some of you would use the words pervert, weirdo, or deviant, I much rather prefer niche, untapped market. We're well aware by now that some people are not turned on by any conventional form of sexual stimulation. Instead, it can be anything from balloons to clowns or a wide variety of pain and discomfort. They are fetishists. But what you might not know is how hard it is for the more well-heeled and elite among us to meet like-minded souls who share these same unusual tendencies. This is where I come in. I arrange the meeting between hand-picked clients, make the introduction, and then allow these consenting adults the freedom to express their desires without fear of shame or humiliation. Unless that's what they're into, of course. He's in room 116. Are you ready?
Not in the mouth, okay? Did I give you a shock?
Nothing shocks me anymore, Matt. My first client was a coprophiliac, remember?
No. What's that again?
Someone who eats shit.
Eating shit's an occupational hazard in our line of work, don't you think?
I have nothing in common with you.
How is your work that different from mine?
You prey on the vulnerable with promises of career break and celebrity by proxy.
And you exploit the cynical with promises of fulfillment and acceptance. How is my lie any bigger than yours? At least I don't pretend I'm fulfilling some service to society. Neither of us will ever admit we're wrong. So what's the point in debating?
Great observation. Now what the fuck do you want?
You have something I want, and vice versa.
I doubt that.
I've met him. Or to be more specific, someone who represents him.
It's just an urban myth perpetuated by shitheads like you.
Nope, it's absolutely real. I know someone like us who provided alternative services. He's never tired as a rich man, which means there's an opening waiting to be filled. If you get him as a client, you'll only have to work with him. You'll never have to meet another raincoat type again. And then in 5 years, maybe sooner, you're out for good.
How do I know any of this really exists outside your limited imagination?
I know where his contact will be tomorrow and how to find her.
More bullshit.
If any of the info I've given you isn't accurate, then you can report me to the police for whatever you perceive to be a wrongdoing by me. That's how confident I am.
What the fuck do you want, Matt?
I need the use of your apartment for 2 hours or less.
So some young girl can be defied by some dirty bastard? No way. Use one of your own.
They're all full. It's short notice. My client's in town for a film premiere for one night only. If I turn him away, I could lose him and everyone in his circle forever. In For your information, it's a he my client wants, not a she.
Legal AOC.
Yep.
Fine. Just use one of the spare bedrooms.
So it doesn't bother you that it's a he instead of a she?
Correct.
So you are capable of making moral distinctions? We're not that different after all.
I have another condition. After this, I don't want to ever see you again. I don't want you to approach me. No contact of any kind. You got that?
I guess this is goodbye then.
What type of business are you in? Night manager at a hotel. Shift work. Odd hours. Pale complexion. Screwy sleep pattern. I was thinking you were a fellow night owl. Must be hard to maintain a relationship with that kind of lifestyle. Occupational hazard, I guess. Much the same as letting some untrustworthy shithead know who you really work for, and that work entails a lot more than treading the boards at a local cinema. The delightful Matt, I presume. You presume right. You want to read me my rights? No. I want to fill the spot. That Faustina requires a very particular skill set. Catering to powerful people with particular needs is my skill set. You sure about this, Fausti? One major asshole on my books instead of 300 little ones. I'm very sure. Yes? If you want in, we need assurances. Of course. The same things I promised to all of my clients. There are 3 things we require from you. Check your email for all the particulars. Is this guy serious? Of course, dear. Well, I've heard of weirder shit. But you don't expect me to carry this out, do you? How long were you like that?
3 hours, I think. Imagine the mess if you hadn't come when you did.
What happened?
The bitch robbed me. What do you think? One of your trusted clients, too.
My background checks can only go so far. The risk is the same for you as it is for anyone else on a first date. And I'll remind you, this is the last time I'm doing this.
And I'll remind you who it was got you involved in this bloody business. Faustina, be it all, fix me a drink. Well, at least now I know what you really think of me.
I just brought that because I figured I'd need it for something like this. It's not because I think you're dangerous. At least not to anyone other than yourself.
Sure, Feisty. I believe you.
Look, I saw the news. Maybe you should try and knock this on the head.
It's sex and HD. You know that. Listen, if this is getting too squeamish for you, maybe you should take up a more morally upstanding line of work.
I am an entrepreneur, providing a niche service. There is nothing immoral about that.
Nonsense. You're a pervert facilitator, an administrator of deviance.
And I'd advise you to quit the lectures now that I'm no longer one of your students. I'd still be tied up in a puddle of your own piss if it wasn't for me. I was just trying to help, which is all I've ever done with my work.
I don't doubt that you believe that, Faustina. Cheers.
Anyway, I'll be taking your advice in about a year's time when I retire. I'm moving out to the Gap.
You must have a gap in your fucking head. There's nothing out there but sheep shit and tumbleweed. There's not a soul around for miles.
That's the whole idea. Cheers.
Is this it?
Yeah, this is it.
I know you said not to contact you again, but I was in the area.
We'll have time for a parting shot then, don't I?
Fire away, Toots.
Fuckhead. Oh. Looks like your info checked out, but I decided to pass on the offer.
That's odd.
Odder still is why a sleaze merchant like you would help me anyway.
Call it professional courtesy. Besides, with you out of the way, I would clean up.
Speaking of cleaning up, your client left a little welcoming gift for me when I got home. You might take that on board when you're corrupting your next dunce.
As I keep telling you, I don't groom, I merely guide. And don't tell me you haven't had to clean up your fair share of messes recently. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to check on my client.
You're not actually going to go in there.
I might wander in. Are you coming?
Together, but not mixed up.
What does that mean?
It means my place is right here. I don't know why I'm even surprised.
The only thing you should be looking for out here is me.
You've got the wrong idea, dickhead. I'm not a dogger. I'm looking for someone. Do you find this approach usually works?
Works every time. Even on little prick teasers like you who want it, but will no doubt scream rape the next day.
What if I was to scream right now?
Go ahead. No one will hear you. They've all most likely gone back to their cars by now.
So they wouldn't hear you either.
Now, why would they be hearing me?
You know, I often wondered about business associates of mine who seem to derive pleasure from inflicting pain on others. But when it's a bad person on the receiving end, I think I now see the appeal.
There's nothing wrong with what I do.
Didn't I tell you to shut the fuck up? Just keep the pressure on and save your breath and you'll be fine.
You planned this. You led me on.
And if you don't shut the fuck up, I'll do a hell of a lot worse. This place could be deserted, remember?
Any trouble using our little toy?
No. Your instructions were very specific.
Even so, we didn't expect you to have the first half completed so fast.
Well, I'm not sure I can complete the last two.
Why not? The first time is the hardest. Just repeat whatever it is you did and you're one of us. I told you it'd be easier if you did it to some asshole. Especially a male.
Wickedness isn't gender specific, you know. At least not in my experience.
Fine. Make it a woman next time. Mix it up a little. Did you take a taste?
No. I'm not into that kind of thing. You're confusing me with a client or your boss.
Didn't mean anything by it.
Why do you do this? You have enough money.
I do it because it's something I have total control over. Something that allows me to express who I really am. Same reason your clients use your services. Stanley Kubrick once said, the interesting thing about artists is they never accept life as it is.
Yeah? Do you know he said the same thing about criminals? Mr. Stevens.
Just call me Randall.
Not to be rude or anything, but just so you know, my phone is being tracked. And if I don't call my partner back within the next 5 minutes, he'll kick up quite a commotion.
I understand, but it was you who called this meeting. I thought you had everything you needed from me.
Well, not everything. We do need a small blood sample.
You're joking.
No, we need to take every precaution. what you're into. Well, you specified you prefer to do it without a condom.
Isn't it funny? You can sell it, but you can't say it. Strange line of work for a prude.
Look, you have about 3 minutes left. So I suggest you either show me some veins, or you just forget about it. Right, I need you to make a fist. We lose a pint of the stuff every month. I take a couple of millilitres and you throw a hissy fit. Okay, just give me 20 minutes and I'll send her in you for the introduction.
Fine.
It's no fun being followed, is it?
You really do need to get more sleep. Paranoia's starting to get the better of you.
Sure.
But I'm glad you're here, as I have news for you.
Let me guess. Now he's into water sports?
No. He needs a third sample by this time tomorrow.
Does he not realise the lengths I've already gone to?
You're at your last hurdle, and he throws you a curveball. You should have seen this coming. Besides, I think it's been good to get you out of your comfort zone. I bet you've never felt more alive. Now I have to go.
I'm not even gonna ask.
I wouldn't know where to start.
Now, I won't be too hurt if you don't remember me, but maybe this will jog your memory. Jesus. The things that you modern women are into these days. Drive.
How did you find me? Was it Matt?
I can't say I know anyone called Matt. Although I did get to know that tit you left behind in the forest when I gave him a lift home. Oh yes, he was very helpful, letting me know how to contact you, which hotels you frequent, and so on and so forth. How much of a weirdo must you be to work with people like that?
I don't think a serial rapist is in any position to judge. But I don't doubt that you think that what you do is normal.
That's because it is.
Your head's bleeding.
If you think I'm going to ask for your help, you've got another thing coming.
I know.
I wasn't always this way, you know. There's a reason why I'm like this.
I know.
And what the fuck is that supposed to mean? That you're gonna do this anymore? Listen, I'll pick up that spare key if you want to have a business in the morning.
Oh, I've already beaten you to it. What has taken me years to build, I've just destroyed in one day. You hold no power over me anymore. You pose no threat.
Bullshit. You don't know how to do anything else. Helping those freaks is your true calling. You don't know how to be a normal member of society. That's why you're setting up home in the middle of nowhere.
I'll decide what I am.
Why are you wearing gloves? Look, Christina, whatever you're going to do, don't do it. Let me go this one last time. I'll give you anything you want.
You see? Stay still, you fat fuck. You were right about me, you know. Everything you said. This is the first thing in a long time that's made me feel alive.
Forget about that now. This is how our kind rest. This is how you'll find the peace you've always looked for and become one of us.
I was never really in control of anything, was I?
Occupational hazard.
Is it done?
Yes. Far quicker and simpler than you planned. Do you think she really believes that she's one of us? That she's a vampire?
Who cares? Careful, Lillian. We can't let ourselves get too attached to these mere mortals. She was warned, after all. We didn't groom. We merely guided.
You're making it up as you go.
No, that's the story I heard. You gave me the idea about the gun syringe thing, and I might have added a few embellishments here and there.
Embellishments?
Okay, I made some shit up.
She sounded like a right charm of her and her mates. Night people. That's what they were.
Say what?
Outsiders, loners, freaks, weirdos and criminals. People that dance on the fine line between the accepted norms of society. Night people. Like us.
I'm only here for the money.
What's an alternative about that?
Nonsense. We're here for the buzz, the vivid experience. There's no harm in admitting that. It's not like we're ever going to see each other after tonight.
I'll decide what I am.
I need to go and stretch my legs.
It's time yet.
You said there was no security.
There ain't. Don't make any sense. We're in an empty house, in an empty fucking country full of empty fucking houses. What's he doing now?
Jamming his bush. How the fuck should I?
Go on. We know you don't say it.
No, people.
Look, I have done my bit when I took on this voluntary work, but it's over now. I was asked to provide guidance and help to young people who are at risk. That's exactly what I've done.
I still need guidance. I still need help. Need the closest thing I have to a father. Don't you feel that connection?
Yes, I do. With two sons of my own.
Oh, I see. What if you asked me the same things you asked me to do?
Out. Get off my property. Don't show your face in this house again.
Wish I had thought of that.
If you don't piss me off, you can have a spare one.
I can't think of any more tall tales.
Good.
Yeah?
I just think all the urban myths are a bunch of bullshit.
I reckon they all start off with at least one truthful element.
I wouldn't even go that far, Mike. Nostradamus did not predict 9/11. Lukewarm bottled water will not give you cancer. And Richard Gere did not have physical relations with a gerbil.
Well, we might argue with that one.
If you like stories that much, I've got to give you one for the road.
Well, you got about 90 seconds. Fill it with words.
First year student, shy, talented, great potential. Bullied every day by an ignorant brood. Student decides to take things into his own hands. We turn the fist, teach a bully a lesson. Bully gets corrective surgery. Student gets canned. but he goes unpunished by the school, so that everything can be hushed up on the one condition that the student is expelled for the one time he dared to fight back. From then on, he just goes from dead-end job to dead-end job. Well, the bully is now the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Karma has yet to catch up with the guilty and even the score.
So enough of your stupid stories.
Let's go and burn this fucking place to the ground.
What's in the answer?
Let's get back there, step back there, please. Right, Luke. This is it. Journey's end. All right, Luke.
Just unscrew that socket for some minute.
Why?
I've done this about 100 times. Just unscrew that socket for some minute.
What, you make it look like an electrical fault or something?
Just do as I say, thanks.
You stupid little prick! I tried to tell you with my stories and give you little hints, but you wouldn't fucking listen, were you? Too busy telling jokes about the English, eh? You should have trusted your intuition. But that's the trouble with your generation. Too fucking greedy. I bet you believe in open mists now.
I don't think I can do this anymore.
You know, the job would be a whole lot quicker if you didn't bother with that CCTV hack crap. Why do you bother with that ruse?
Well, I like telling stories. Who doesn't?
What was his?
I'll tell you after breakfast. You're buying.
I suppose you painted me as the villain.
Well, I may have added an embellishment.